Welcome guys again. We've got another episode of the Cast Away.
We are back, my niggas.
Alright, we missed 1 week. So
yeah, man.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do. We actually do.
And the thing is, guys, we appreciate everyone who listens to this shit, because when we talk about this anime shit this season and everything that's been going on, oh god.
Yeah, it's without a doubt that spring
shit.
2018 has been one of the latest anime seasons in years.
Yeah, it actually.
I mean, haven't you heard how stupid the end of Captain Tsubasa's OST is? Bro,
that shit's beautiful,
I don't know.
man.
That shit amuses me, bro. It's actually quite entertaining in a very stupid way. I didn't smack it, but because of how stupid it is.
Yeah, it actually gets
captures, bro.
Anyway, for those who are tuning in for the first time, this is the Cast Away, and this is your crew.
This is your simple crew up on the seas, that is anime, manga, comic books, movies, just everything geek culture, music even, most definitely. I'm Charly-Tuna, obviously.
Baxton Skywalkr.
XansNation. Follow me on Instagram, you know the links in their body.
Yeah,
but
follow me on everything except my home, please.
Guys know.
Don't follow.
Yeah, we'll give you the details later, though.
Yeah, most definitely. You'll see the links in the description below. XansNation, Baxton Skywalkr, the music. So before we even begin today's discussions, we first need to do at least a little roundup of the weekly anime, because as crazy as this season has been, it has been unbelievably difficult to keep up with everything.
Yeah, it has.
It has been a chore to keep up with all these good shows.
It's our duty as fans to actually watch this shit, because I like this shit.
Definitely.
Even most shitty of animes this season is amazing, because it's good to talk trash about.
Yeah.
It is.
There's been a crap ton of them. There has been a crap ton of them.
And there have been some that.
A crap ton, but bro, hey, fuck, this shit is nice. It's been good.
Yeah, it has been really good.
So, let's where are we starting? Since we're doing a quick recap.
Before we go into the recaps, I just want to say the death of Superman is out, and we all know I was passing to this shit. Look out for the parody we'll be dropping. Element 29, the MangaFish YouTube channels. Follow, subscribe, comment,
leave a like, comment,
share, please.
It's gonna be fun. You know, strange enough, the death of Superman actually was leaked out early.
Yeah, and you know the thing is, our goal, to be honest, my goal for this whole Castaway is, there's a lot of things I disapprove of in terms of seeing people like Netflix talk trash or do trashy things to our anime that we seem to love a lot. So if we grow this page, when we grow it to the level we want, we'll be able to talk straight and prevent that shit, because I really hate that shit. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, because the beautiful thing about the anime
on adaptation.
I want my words to be valuable, because if I talk shit about what they drop, they're not going to listen, because we have no value. But we as a community who love this shit, we don't like it.
We should have a voice, because I have a dream.
We need a voice,
and most definitely we have a voice, because bad adaptations are bad adaptations.
Hashtag stop the adaptations.
Yeah, that's a cool hashtag.
Trash, bro, real shit.
Alright, so let's do a weekly recap of everything that's happened so far.
Tokyo Ghoul's done.
Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is finally done.
Tokyo Ghoul
goodness.
Whoa, I liked it.
Saying thank goodness to that
shit,
bro.
Really did not like it.
I
really
liked
don't like Tokyo Ghoul.
But you can't really say you didn't like it, because
before we all go in,
so you can't really say you didn't like it.
What I really liked about Tokyo Ghoul and shit was that, even though the pacing was hella crazy and shit, when it got in its moments where it was Tokyo Ghoul, it was fucking Tokyo Ghoul.
No, that I agree with. I definitely agree with. But the problem with Tokyo Ghoul comes down to the whole manga and anime only.
Yeah.
Everyone who's watched the anime, I can understand why they like Tokyo Ghoul. I honestly can. But when you read the manga, it is a poor adaptation.
Let's not talk about the manga, bro.
It is really bad.
So, not everybody here has read the manga. I haven't read the manga. I can't wait for season 2. So season 2 is coming out later this year of Tokyo Ghoul, right? At least we don't have to wait another year.
Yeah, an entire Shingeki motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We'll still watch what's happening next season.
Yeah, we will because like we know what's happening.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
as
like,
people who've read.
because
the
like
manga.
we've read the Shingeki manga. A Nation hasn't. So you know it's kind of crazy because the contrast is that Tuna's the only Charly-Tuna is the only guy that's read Tokyo Ghoul, so he has that insight.
Yeah.
Then Nation's
That's
the
true.
only guy that hasn't read Shingeki.
Yeah.
You know, so
You won't get
And-
the insights, and then you won't see
What?
the problems that you normally find when after
Yeah.
first watching.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So let me talk
And-
about the mistakes that the last episode of Tokyo Ghoul did, because I think the plus side was very emotional episode.
before you talk about the mistakes, let me talk about the upside though.
Okay, fine.
Like
talk about
so
the
that
upsides.
because I know there's a majority of people that have liked it.
Yeah.
That don't follow the manga. So let me talk of the upsides that I saw from the episode. We finally had the hair go back.
Oh yeah, back to black.
Yeah, back to black, bro. And Kaneki is back basically, or kind of, but he's still in this weird sense. I want to see where it's going because I wish that it happened earlier. But personally, I really like Heisei. I prefer Heisei
over
to
Kaneki any
Mhm.
day. Like
Mhm. Yeah, I
Kaneki
agree.
is the edgelord.
Yeah.
Who's
I
all
agree.
on his shit. Heisei actually had more character
Yeah.
than anything else. But then, and that's the beauty about it. With Tokyo Ghoul, Heisei, no matter how much we like him, is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beautiful part I liked about Ri. It's Tokyo Ghoul just in general, when it comes to the way Kaneki is structured, is literally a look at his own psychosis, like his own mental state of well-being. Kaneki is actually a character you can say it's like mentally challenged, like he has mental health problems.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
Everything,
You can see it.
hallucinations.
You can see it. Square.
He compresses his own memories. He's suicidal. Like
Mhm.
he's very suicidal. That's
Dangerous.
I
bro.
think that's the
Yeah,
one
he
of
really
his.
wants to die. Like,
Yeah, that's his major goal in life, to die in a blaze of glory, like to meet people.
Real shit. That cycle.
Yeah,
that
it
cycle.
is.
And we
But
had a lot of
that's the
death in the
edge,
last
bro.
3 episodes.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
the edge to his character.
Yeah, that's the beautiful edge to
Yeah.
his character. Like
Yeah.
I like when the creator of Tokyo Ghoul writes his stuff. He really does put a lot of very nuanced details into Kaneki, which just were completely skipped over in the anime. But we're talking plus sides. Action, yes, definitely.
A lot of death. Yes, definitely.
People died left, right, and center.
Bro, it's a
Like-
bloodbath in that shit, bro.
But I really like the last scenes though.
Oh yes.
Like the last scenes, because we see Aogiri Tree pulling some shit, and there's that guy.
Furata.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Furata.
That's
He's-
Furata.
Yeah, suits. The guy in the
Yeah,
suits. Yeah, that's Furata. He's on his own next level shit in terms of crazy. Also, obviously, one of the main characters died, which, how can I put it? It became character development for Urie, which I thought was brilliant, because Urie is an asshole of a character. I love him for that.
Hey.
That guy is
Bro.
always bad mouthing everyone in his head.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like-
he's so relatable.
He's a dick. He's just a genuine dick. But here in this episode, his boy died, and
Spoilers.
spoilers.
No, but bro, we have to tell them like this. Hey, Shingeki is on some I don't
Tokyo
know.
Ghoul, yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yeah, obviously the action between Kaneki and Edo, brilliant fight scene as well. He was on some ninja shit all the time. So let me now explain the contrasts, because now this is where it gets really blue. Heisei, the whole transformation from Kaneki from Heisei to the Black Reaper didn't make sense because of one major thing. Before Kaneki changes to the Black Reaper in the manga, it's not that his hair just turns black. See, that's where it doesn't make sense. In Tokyo Ghoul, when Kaneki's hair turned white, that's an actual physical condition that happens when you're under a lot of stress. Your hair can turn white prematurely. They just did it in a very artistic, aesthetic way.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the manga, his hair wasn't white at the beginning. It was dark red.
Dark red.
Yes. See, what happened was Eto slammed him across his head and he started bleeding out. Then that blood now stained his hair, and then that's how it came out with that look. Then only afterwards is when they made his hair now completely black, and then that's when he started now being called the Black Reaper.
Bro, do you know how fucked that whole scenario of everything you just said is?
Yes,
His
Tokyo Ghoul.
his hair got stained by his blood, and that naturally became the color of his hair. So every time he looks at his hair,
It was because of that blood stain, yeah.
that's some mentally fucked shit, bro.
Yeah,
Some real
that's
shit
that's the
is-
craziest thing.
They should
That's
have,
what we
you know,
love
I
about
think they should have
Tokyo
kept
Ghoul.
that shit like
They
it
should have
been inside.
that
Yeah,
should
you
have
know what I
been
mean?
in the anime, and also just the whole fact of Kaneki and Eto's story.
I mean, those are the small things that actually would make it, you know.
This is the problem with Tokyo
Some
Ghoul
depth.
Re as the anime. It takes away so many of the small, nuanced things which are just really, really important for the characters. Like Kaneki, every time he lies, from Tokyo Ghoul, the manga, up until Re, he holds his chin, like instinctively.
Mm-hmm.
So when, let's say they're asking him a question like, Arima will be talking to Heisei, like, are you happy? Then you hold his chin and smile and be like, I'm happy as can be. Like, I have a good job. I have a team
Bro, that's
of
as
people.
good as being Pinocchio, bro.
And you know, he just
You know?
he lies. And then that's the beauty about
Stupid.
Kaneki in general is he's got what I can literally just say a split personality, the sort of sorts. He hides a lot of things away from himself and
Mentally, bro,
he
fuck.
tries to cope mentally as much as he can, because the other thing that was missing with the same last episode was when little Kaneki revealed one of the biggest bombshells. Now in the manga it was like, okay, this is blue. It was when Kaneki was talking about his mother. Now in
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul, remember, Kaneki adored his mother.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, my
Yeah.
mom's greatest person
Yeah.
alive,
Yeah.
and then she died and all that shit, and then I
Yeah.
became depressed edgelord. In the truth, she used to beat him.
They should have kept that shit
No,
in
they-
bound.
They showed it.
That was in there.
They
It
showed
was?
it, but
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
expand
Yeah,
it the way
yeah,
it was
that's what
properly
I
done.
mean.
Yeah,
Those are the simple points they should actually
and then you know,
expand,
that also explains the whole aspect of him now repressing those memories, so he can have this. What can I say?
so you can cope.
Yeah, so he can cope and give this image of his mother as
Mhm.
the loving, caring woman that
Mm-hmm.
he wanted her to be. When the long run, she used to beat him over anything. He did anything wrong. He touched anything wrong. She was beating him day in and day out.
You know, when you think of it like that, kind of really explains Heisei and Kaneki's like urge to be accepted.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that is the
Like-
thing. That is his biggest thing. He wants a place, but when he finds it, he just doesn't know what to do with it.
Can't handle it.
Yeah. So that's where he comes to the conclusion that I want to find a place where I find people and I have friends and all this stuff, and then I want to die, so that they'll remember me as the hard
The guy.
friend. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm gone.
You are my friend.
Yeah, except you know,
yes,
with the
yes,
guy with very, very extreme suicidal
Mhm.
thoughts.
So Tokyo Ghoul Re,
I'll still say it was a good last episode. I really don't like Tokyo Ghoul Re in general, like as a
I
whole.
found it a good last episode as well. So since it's done the season, are we going to rate it now, or should we wait for like our seasonal recap?
Let's
No,
wait
we'll
for
rate for the
Ice Cube.
seasonal
The
recap, because
seasonal
that's when
recap
everything is going
when
to be
it's perfect for like the rating, bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that should come in
Find
2
a way
weeks
align this
because
shit, yeah.
like
Yeah, it's about 2 weeks.
everything should be finishing about this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
just
we
wish
still have a
Goku
World Cup to talk about.
Finished, but I'm also happy it won't finish in 2 weeks because
Well,
Yes,
Oh,
Boku's
we're
taking
half-
us on to the next season.
We're
man.
you know, I
halfway
actually thought
through.
it was 12 episodes, so I was actually touched like yesterday.
Because it felt, because
the
the
day
All
before
Might thing
yesterday.
just felt like such a conclusion
You know what
to
I
an
mean?
arc. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was, bro.
and that's
let's,
why
let's not talk about that.
I'll
'cause
never
I'm-
stop
I'm-
praising enough Boku's pacing,
Yeah.
because you have to realize in one season we've had 2 arcs.
Oh,
Mhm.
the whole
The
forest
training camp,
training.
yeah, and the thingy, All Might stuff. But when we were watching Boku yesterday, we're all laughing at the one major thing. So if you're living in that world in UA, and you know All Might is the teacher, symbol of peace and stuff like that, but you see the track record of UA security is shit, would you still keep your kid there? Because Izuku's mom had just the strongest point. It's fucking dangerous, like
As a
in
parent,
general.
you know, honestly, as a parent, you wouldn't really take your
You
child
wouldn't.
there. Like, no matter
Like,
how much you're like,
All Might
yeah,
is
he
a
wants to be a
hard-on,
superhero.
yeah, but
This is his passion. Let's face it, those are like actual.
lives in danger.
Casualties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
these
they-
are
body count.
students being injured
Actually, yeah.
fatally. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not just like okay,
Let's
but
and
face
it's
then
it.
constant. That's
Let's
the
face
biggest
it, they don't
thing.
emphasize the body count, but we all know the body count is
I think
crazy,
the
bro.
All For One probably has
Yes.
the worst body count so far,
Like-
because so far the kids haven't been
Mhm.
injured.
is
'cause
Jeans
blood-
dead?
No, he's not dead.
He's not dead.
No, he's not. But he's fucked.
Oh,
He had a
bro.
hole through his chest.
Just remember this from like the last season, bro. Nomu's attacking the school, bro.
Yep, that was the first season
Like-
even.
That psycho shit that was going on. I
Stain
swear to God,
as
bro.
well.
fucking serial killer,
Stain,
man.
Yeah.
Rouge. Bro, I swear, like even
And then,
Stain's
you
whole
know,
ability was just psycho, bro.
It's wild. So yeah, I
Thinking
don't. I
about it
wouldn't
is
want
intense.
to take a kid to UA.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! If they say you're in class A, the top
Mhm.
class. Can you put him down in like?
But I will not lie to you.
I don't want
bro.
that course, huh?
Like Deku, bro. Like I'm attached to like his whole character from like
Yeah.
just how they really built.
They're
built him-
building his character really well.
Yeah, they built him really well. Cause if you think about it, that
Mhm.
sad life of like he was really miserable, bro.
Yeah, it was
that
quirkless.
sad shit. And I think he was like All Might's biggest fan, bro.
Dude, he is. Even
Like,
when All Might went to check
I
out
was
the
get-
room, he was
yeah,
just
bro.
like, this youngster.
I was getting
Oh, my
touched.
biggest fan.
I was
You know,
getting
that's the
touched 'cause
funny
when
thing,
you see
man.
him
Mhm.
when I saw him cry, bro. Oh God.
You know, that's the funny thing
Sad shit,
because
bro.
like All Might is just such.
Oh.
He's like the perfect symbol of peace, man.
Yeah, he is.
And even though it looks like Deku is All Might's biggest fan, people just are fans of All Might but don't put it like that. Like Bakugo.
yeah,
Bakugo is
sees
a
it.
crazy fan for All Might. And
Mhm.
it's just that he's
Mhm.
not out there doing
Mhm.
it like Deku.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
But-
Bakugo's translation
Mhm.
of All Might is different from Deku's. I
Mhm.
think that's one of the most interesting aspects of the way Boku's world.
Do you know what I was
building is
about?
in
I was
general,
just
yeah.
about to say that because like if there's one thing I admire about how they've done this whole My Hero Academia shit is how they've made the good guys, the
Mhm.
heroes, feel more like what they should be.
Yeah,
Because more or less, the bad guys are what people are more attracted to in like most of these series. So
Yeah.
so if you see like
if
all
it takes
these
time to
characters
develop your
passionate-
major cast,
passionate about trying to save people, which
It
you don't
works.
really see. Because you don't expect Bakugo first glance to be like, for you to say, oh yeah, this guy should be a hero, but
You'd be
Just
like, this
that-
guy is going to become
Yeah,
a
man.
villain. He's going to do
he's going to
Sasuke.
rob me.
but yeah, just
But-
that source his mental passion about being a hero, bro. As
Yeah,
a
it's-
psycho kid with all
And
that power,
that's
I
what's-
love his mother.
That's
what's so dope
he's
about
not-
like
I love his
like
bro.
Nation.
Nation.
Yeah,
That's what's so dope about Boku, man.
that's what I mean.
because
Like,
each of these characters have their own drives to be heroes, and they don't be the same
Mhm.
type of hero.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, and I
Exactly.
find that really
Like-
cool. But if you think of it like, was that Batman, or was that Batman? But there's that saying that says that
Mm.
as many heroes pop up, there's going to be a shadow. Like
Oh,
as
you-
much
you know,
light
that's
is
not
shown,
Batman.
there's going to be a shadow.
yeah. Okay,
So
Batman. Batman's an example. Yeah,
as many heroes pop up, or
Mhm.
they're going to be more people that
On
they're
that
going
that-
side
to
of
be
the
yeah.
world.
villains. The way you're talking about
That's a
comes
fact.
from Civil War. When they're having the arguments, Vision was the one who was saying that you guys realize after Iron Man, that's when more and more villains started showing up.
Bro, I'll take you
Meaning
back
the-
to this line.
The power introduces.
Civil War,
There needs to
Civil
be
War,
there's always a balance.
This quote, bro. Blood for the revolution is the price that it costs. The people in who are on the blood side, bro, awaken, bro, naturally, But
Yeah.
they've fucked it up in such a good way. You're drawn in, bro. You know.
Mhm. And the strongest parts
It's-
about it, especially when it comes
Yeah.
to All Might's character, All Might and Shigaraki.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people saw that plot twist coming.
Oh,
Like when
no,
bro.
when it
okay.
happened.
honestly, I feel like people saw it coming, but I thought that maybe Tomura was All Might's predecessor's son.
Oh, not the grandson.
Yeah, not the grandson.
Yeah, yeah.
but like I think it was quite open. It wasn't really, you know,
Like,
you could feel it coming that he had
there
a
was a
connection
stronger
to All
connection,
Might
yeah.
and One for All.
Mhm.
You know, like
Not just the way it
because
was.
of his, like I found it because like when you notice his fascination for Deku, like that's where I saw it, because you know they already knew that Deku was the guy who has One for All,
Yeah.
and you know he just got fixated on him, because I personally feel that Tomura was like, no, maybe it should have been me,
To be
you know,
One for All.
to be One for All, because like, and now you know we haven't got his backstory, but
But I think so
these
far
are just
it's
assumptions.
so far it's been a nature versus nurture thing. Tomura, under all circumstances, should have been a hero, but because of the way he was, the mother abandoned her son, then the son all of a sudden disappeared, left him alone. It creates that ripple effect, and then All for One just chose and is like, I'll look after you. So even if he had the potential, just because of the way he was raised, to despise the symbol of peace, and then you know that's what makes it just the whole brilliance, the journey with Shigaraki and Deku, and seeing how they will influence the world. Then the coolest thing I think with My Hero is that they've realized, or the world has realized, that All Might can't have one person to rely on anymore. So the future for heroes in the Hero Aka world, if Class A is the future, then it looks pretty good, because those kids are extremely talented.
Yeah.
However
They are.
Let me just break this down. This guy really set the stage, like for the scene, on like controlling the whole scene, on being like emphasizing we need a symbol of peace and how that would control everything.
He
Really like
really
that was like really
thought it
the
through.
trademark of because they really did need a pillar, bro.
And you know that's even
You know?
more crazy thing, because when he thought, like the writer of Boku, right? After he gives everybody the symbol of peace, this backbone for every hero and civilian to
In the
cling
society,
on, it also shows one open weakness.
Just
like,
from the
if
get-go,
you
yeah.
break the symbol of peace,
It's all broken.
and you know that's the mission of the League of Villains, and All for
Adding
One.
to that, why that is also great is he's did one hell of a great job smiling at the end of every single fight. Truth be told, he was OP as fuck, bro.
Yeah, man. Like All for One, I mean, My Hero feels like almost like this weird allegory of Superman in Metropolis and stuff like that. Superman, the all indestructible villain. Yeah, you can even use Death of Superman as an example, because Death of Superman and the retirement of All Might pretty much came out in the same week.
That's blue, bro.
Yeah, they did.
That's very blue.
That's a very, very Jade coincidence, where you can literally see two symbols of peace ending.
Yeah.
The only thing was a Superman, it was a slugfest.
You know,
bro.
Like
I remember
slugfest for
I remember
days.
finding
Ah,
out
days.
how the death of Superman came about. Back in 90, was that 92, 93?
92, around 92, somewhere there.
So the guys at DC are having a meeting, and they don't know what to do with Superman next, right? And then the idea was put out randomly. Let's kill him. And you know, people had been laughing at this idea for like a long time.
Bro, that was.
And
that was
did they have a poll?
No, they didn't have a poll.
So they just decided, okay, we have
killing
nothing else to
Superman.
do.
Bro,
Let's kill him.
As much as
And
though I
that
laugh, to
shit
be honest
brought
with you,
Superman to
that's-
relevance, man.
was
That's why I
the
want All Might to
only
die. I'm
single
sorry.
way. No, to be honest with you, right now, it's past that stage. Even
All
if
Might-
he died, the
All
relevance
Might's-
is kind of
Yeah,
like,
All
I
Might's
want him to
character
die
arc.
against All for One.
All Might's
What was
character
amazing?
arc is pretty much from the get-go about him now transitioning from hero to teacher. So him dying mid-teaching would have been so lost.
But to be
But it
honest
would
with
have
you,
been
what
a
was
great
amazing was how he
But anyway,
died.
in
That
one
was
shit.
But
some
it wasn't-
very good shit. The whole looking at his
Because that wasn't the death
more
of
form
All
is
Might, and I
pathetic,
think that
bro.
was more
his
powerful.
bony version.
The death of the symbol of peace, not the death of the character itself.
It's quite extreme.
It's a lot more strong if you think about it.
Yeah. It is stronger, I guess.
So, okay, so Lupin came out. It was a fun episode. It was like just a random episode with Goemon. doing some shit, chasing a girl, trying to steal a necklace. But the next episode, Amy's back.
I won't lie to you, I really like Amy, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
really like Amy.
She's like so weird. It's amazing. You
So
know?
they're finally going to go
So
check
sad.
out. So that's the one I want to
You
talk
know,
about
like,
next week.
Even just her whole character, that's amazing, bro. Just how
Really dark
she was,
backstory.
you know?
Very dark backstory,
You know?
like crazy shit. Okay, so
She
we-
made herself relevant, bro.
Quick
Yeah.
rundown. This was supposed to be
yeah,
a
it's
quick
supposed
rundown.
to be a quick rundown.
Oh,
we
sorry,
over
we
dipped
got lost
into
in
Goku
Captain
and stuff.
Tsubasa. Tsubasa got another hat trick.
Yeah, he just rep it. That kid just
Okay,
rep
guys,
it.
bro, this Kidashi.
That shit.
I'll be honest with you, like, Tsubasa is not disappointing. bro.
It doesn't. It's
Did
so
you
much
get-
fun.
have you guys seen episode 11?
Yeah.
I
Bro,
haven't
there's
yet.
one trick. Did you see that trick was like three people gang up on like Tsubasa?
Yeah.
Then he can't really come out of it. Then now he decides to do this trick that was just amazing, bro. It's like he fucked shit up, bro. He just too saucy.
He just
bro.
slid through them, man. Like,
Yeah.
gone.
There was one where it's like he like took the ball back with his leg. It was in front of him. He slides it back like he's about to do like a back heel pass to like some other nigga in the back. He passes it back, then controls it with his leg while everyone's been drawn in, and then takes like
And he dribbles through them.
bro.
Ah.
It was sauce.
Okay, but Messi,
really
I mean,
know how to, like,
Messi
fuck
is
it up.
Tsubasa. Tsubasa is Messi. He is Messi.
Bro.
Or a baby Ronaldo. I don't know. One
Tsubasa
of the
really
two.
fucked shit up, bro. And this team they've built.
Yeah, their team is actually quite
Their
OP.
team
But
is
I feel like
so-
the Nationals are going to be really dope because there was that
Yeah.
guy who they mentioned at the end.
And I wanted, and
Like,
you know,
I
he
really-
was so composed. That's what I
Bro,
liked about him,
like,
bro.
I was
know,
just like, hey, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So
And you know,
like-
I really liked that whole situation with his former classmate, the girl who's
Mhm.
the manager. So she comes to
Yeah.
and she starts now cheering on Tsubasa because they went
Yeah.
to the same school.
Yeah.
And now Tsubasa's cheerleader,
Mhm.
you know, wifey.
You know,
Oh,
you
his
know
future
Tsubasa's
wife.
bitch.
So she gets
Yeah, she's gonna
she
be
gets
super
raised.
She's
She's
Tsubasa's
like, hey,
bitch.
who are you? Fuck you doing here? I thought you were chatting this whole
Because
thing.
to be honest with you,
Bitch,
it was,
sit
it was
down.
so straight the way she walked up to her, bro. Why you also want to suck his dick? I'm doing it alone.
Hey, yeah, I ain't
No,
shit. I ain't
no,
shit.
Stop, no.
You shouldn't
So
fight your ass when
jealous,
I get
bro.
back.
She was so jealous. And you know what's cute? They're like kids, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Fucking
Like
kids.
11-year-olds.
Yeah, man.
So-
I honestly never thought I would find myself sitting down and watching that shit.
But-
It is lit.
It's fun, man. Like,
It's lit.
I think
bro, bro,
Tsubasa
shit. Like,
was one of the, what can I call it? It was a shock entry this season for me. Like, I
It
didn't
is.
see
So-
myself
Shit.
really liking it because of
Can rap.
the way,
Alright,
just
no
the
shit,
shit
but
football
like
anime
I'm
in
saying, you
general.
can rap somebody
But
shit.
so far, so good. So far.
Is
So,
it
like,
recorded?
real talk here.
Recorded,
Then
bro.
why you beat
This
Don't worry,
year's the
okay.
50th
No,
anniversary
you're
of
digging,
Shonen
bro.
Jump.
Alright, so
You guys do not know
2018,
Shonen Jump magazine
the
is
50th
celebrates.
anniversary.
Yeah, the 50th anniversary of Shonen Jump. So
Bro,
those
they
of
should
you
be
who
fireworks right now,
Yeah,
bro.
they
Like,
should be. They should be. It's actually quite
This is amazing.
it's quite an achievement.
Hey, bro.
So if
tell
those
me
of
about
you
it.
who are born under a rock or don't know your anime and manga as well, or that well enough, Shonen Jump is the biggest manga magazine in the anime and manga like industry right now. It's been around for 50 years. It started with Astro Boy, Mechas, and it's evolved over its long period.
Over time,
And almost everyone who's an anime fan, or if you got into anime, most likely you started with Shonen Jump titles
yeah.
when it comes to anime or manga.
Shonen Jump really took anime international, eh?
Yeah, it's the biggest magazine. Like, it is the biggest magazine.
Bro,
Even
let
though-
these niggas rain.
Yeah, like currently Shonen Jump doesn't make as much sales as it used to, but I'll talk a bit about that when the time comes. So when we're talking about Shonen Jump and talking about the first time you're ever exposed to Shonen Jump and Shonen battle manga as the genre in general, it all starts with one, Dragon Ball. Or in everyone's case from the West and here in Africa, Dragon Ball Z.
True.
So I'll give my quick story on DBZ.
You know?
DBZ wasn't the first anime I ever watched, like in general. I think we've been watching anime, me and Bax, probably since we were toddlers.
Bro, I think if this was like the year 2247 and like I was young and just born, then like DB just aired. I think they wouldn't name it DB in that era. I think
It will
would be
still
like,
be Dragon Ball.
I think scheme the name of the show would be like fuck shit up.
Fuck shit up.
Bro. Oh, talk about
Dragon
how that
Ball
shit takes
Z.
over, bro.
Dragon Ball Z
Oh.
changed everything.
Bro,
There's a reason it's the most popular, or
Oh.
it's the face of Shonen
Mhm.
Jump outside of Japan.
And it has been for years.
And it has been for years. I mean, think about it. Out of every series that has been around, Dragon Ball has remained relevant through thick and thin. Even through 13 years of no Dragon Ball, it still had a strong fan
Do you know
base.
what honestly kills me about this DB shit every time I think about it and I spaz about this shit, bro?
Yeah.
One thought, bro.
What?
You can imagine the people doing the voices and screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that is taxing, bro.
Dude, Nozawa, the woman who does Goku, Gohan,
You
and
can almost
Goten.
feel bad, but
I
having
think
the
you're
ability
talking about
to,
the dub as well.
Yeah, the
eh?
dub.
yeah, like
Yeah.
everything,
Sean,
dub. So everybody, bro, just the voices. That,
Yeah, it was madness. Like,
Bro,
it was madness.
Like that's that KI shit, like extreme, that
Ultra
ultra combo
combo.
shit on like Heat, bro.
Do you know that Sean
Was-
Shimal, the voice actor of Goku, nearly passed out once when in a recording?
Bro, I don't doubt that 1 second. You
But
can
now,
feel
here's-
Was he
the
recording?
edge
Yeah,
in
here's
my-
the Jadis thing. So out of everything you've seen in
Yeah.
Dragon Ball, guess which one made him pass out?
Which
Like think of it just the scene where Goku has screamed a lot. Because my first option was
Super Saiyan
Super
3?
Saiyan 3 because
Mhm.
he screamed for 5 minutes straight. But it wasn't. It was Super Saiyan
Bro, you know
4.
the silence,
Super
like
Saiyan
the
4.
silence
Yeah.
right after he said Super Saiyan 3 was like a funeral for the girl, bro. It was sad when I thought about it, bro. By 3 minutes, you're
Dude, but-
pretty much taxed.
Yeah, you're pretty much taxed out.
Cause-
But still, that's one of the greatest transformations
Yeah,
in Z,
but-
man. The first time
Ah.
Goku transformed to Super Saiyan 3,
bro,
the whole
you can,
world
you
was
can be
shaking.
touched because I hope they didn't pay him peanuts for that shit. Because bro, that shit isn't easy.
No, man,
Shit.
no, it's not easy at all.
So
They've-
Growing
Super Saiyan
up
4.
hearing that
Yeah.
shit, oh. damn
So
my life,
Dragon
bro.
Ball Z first came here, I'll say, to Africa in 2002.
Yeah.
For most people in Southern Africa, it was on SABC2, the Southern African public broadcaster, pretty much. And everywhere else, especially like here in Zambia and other countries in Southern Africa, people got into Dragon Ball either through the games or through the series, which was on the free-to-air decoder, meaning that you could watch South African public broadcasting here. Think of it like cable of sorts for
Yeah.
people in the West and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually is cable.
Yeah, so when you're a kid, especially when you're young, like really young, and you grew up with cartoons like Tom and Jerry, or for us it was Pokemon, Digimon, non-violent cartoons, and then Dragon Ball shows up on your screen. It felt I think the first couple of times I watched it, it honestly felt like it didn't belong where it was. Like, should I be really watching this shit? Because this guy just got cut in half.
This guy just died.
No.
Yeah,
Let
literally
me
the
stop
first
him right there,
episode.
bro.
Yeah.
Should I be watching this shit? I never ever felt. I would never even. I've never asked myself that question. Would I stop watching this shit?
Oh, that's
No.
the better question.
Why am I, bro? That shit was so. I swear, like
It
one
was-
time I was young and like my sister almost slapped me because I almost blew up a car, bro. It was insane. Like I was spazzing. I was like, hey, it's over for your niggas. I'm about to spaz.
Oh, one start throwing energy blast at the car or
So I was
something.
like, save them, don't kill them.
You know, for us,
die?
uh,
Who died? nigga?
we first heard about
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z before it even came on.
Oh yeah, like on air in
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah,
This was
we
in
had a friend-
2099.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
that was like 2000.
Yeah.
So we had a friend who just came from Canada, and you know they already had Dragon Ball Z there,
In fact,
So
he finished Dragon Ball Z there when he went.
and he started to tell us about it. Like, just imagine, I was 5.
Yeah, around
Yeah, I was
5.
about 5, and you know he's telling us about how great this cartoon is, and then this one day, we just like, it was out of the blue. I don't even know. Did we even know what was coming on?
No, we didn't. We literally went to Taffy's house, saw Reddit, and he said Goku, and then we asked him, Then I was like, yeah, this is Dragon Ball.
And then we ran up to the house, man. Like, we ran upstairs into our flat and we watched Dragon Ball Z for the first time, and it was like so enlightening because you heard about this, you just heard stories, and then you see it.
Madness when he was explaining it. Like, as a kid, our imaginations couldn't stop running wild.
Bro,
and they were met. Our
yeah.
expectations were completely met.
And that's how, you become fans of shonen in general. So, moving along the years, especially when it came for us, the next shonen show we watched was Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, funny thing is, Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially at that time this was its second anime season. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, which specifically focused on the card games and the merchandise around the card games. Yu-Gi-Oh!'s anime was meant to sell its cards. Yeah. But it came from a shonen manga. That was the craziest thing about it. And the manga is dark as hell. We're talking Atem was killing people pretty much with games.
But shadow games.
Yeah, the shadow games. So every time someone
would take your soul, right?
Yeah, every time someone would piss him off, he'd play a game with them. So in the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, there was one game he played where he told the guy, here's a cigarette. Puts it on a cup and says, whichever cup overflows wins. And I think somehow with those...
Oh, he just used to play random games.
Yeah, random games, but he put a gun on the guy. That I remember. Like, actually put a gun on the guy's face, and then the guy, like, pissed his pants, and then he died.
That's in the manga?
Yeah, in the original series as well, where Kaiba had, like, green hair.
Whoa.
It was fucking dark. But
I didn't know that.
Battle City will still also be one of the strongest shonen tournament arcs about...
Dude, but
Battle
there was
City
also
was fucking amazing.
Duelist Kingdom?
Duelist Kingdom, yeah, the first one, but dude,
I really,
Marek.
You know what I loved about Duelist Kingdom?
Yeah.
Was that, like, Duelist Kingdom started around episode 10, 15?
Yeah, it was pretty much, it was early in.
Yeah, it was very early in, and in the first 3-4 episodes we see Yugi using one of the most powerful cards around, being Exodia.
Yeah, that was actually episode 1 or 2.
So
yeah.
We see him, and he's already got the wildest cards that are out there, and then he's on his way to his tournament, and this nigga grabs them out of his hands and tosses them off of the boat.
So in other words, his trump card gone. He had to literally play from scratch, going up towards Duelist Kingdom. Which was Duelist Kingdom was fun. Battle City.
I would have done some bullshit.
Dude, we have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards since inception.
Tossing my cards after like all that saving and all that waiting.
Oh, his boy jumped into the sea. Failed.
Yeah, he tried to get them. It was wild.
Oh, snap.
And that was a present from like his grandbrother.
So after Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of another Shonen Jump manga we got into, or anime when we were young, me and Bax, was Saint Seiya. And Saint Seiya is probably one of the most underrated anime and manga series in the West. It's popular in Europe, actually, but it's so underrated. But it's like JoJo's.
I get why it's popular in Europe. I mean, with the whole Greek mythology thing.
Heavily based on Greek mythology.
So that gives it... I understand why it's popular.
Yeah, but it was like very, very popular in the UK, not in like America and Canada and stuff. The UK, Africa, and Latin America, Saint Seiya is a strong franchise. Everywhere else, it's not so strong. And it also came out during the time Dragon Ball came out. Actually, and Captain Tsubasa.
The original
in the 1980s.
Which is still a good watch, man. Like, you guys should definitely see that.
I think like most of my favorite animes are like old animes. Bro.
Yeah,
it's like for me most
got an element that's just so.
Even just the
genuine.
way they look, I like the odd
aesthetic. HD'd out.
Megalo, like
old shit.
Like what Megalo has done this season is what I loved about
amazing.
Old anime.
You can feel it.
So I think we can skip a few years ahead because we watched Saint Seiya, Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff like that. But now let's talk about high school days. XansNation. This is literally when we first met. When we're talking about anime within the past decade, that's been more influential than anything else.
Or should we say decade or past 15 years?
Yeah, the past 15 years. So the past 2 decades.
Yeah.
There have been 3 in the West. that was literally sat on top of all other shonen in the genre for a very long time.
The overrated Bleach.
The okay Naruto, and obviously the masterpiece itself.
I don't lie to you, like
One
One
Piece.
Piece.
whole last decade,
The big three.
they really fucked shit up. Cause bro, hey,
Yeah, they did. But now, when we're talking about the big three, here's the
Bro.
funniest thing, when it comes to Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece. One Piece, it's the best out of all three of them by far. It has better artwork, much better story. The characters you're way more invested in compared to Bleach and Naruto, which have fallen off in their own ways. But when it comes to big three, One Piece is the last anime that we looked at.
Yeah, that's true.
It started with
bro,
Naruto.
to be honest with you, I think One Piece in terms of like, I'm not like in
terms of those three, yeah.
No, just in a broad sense, say the anime world. I think One Piece is a Yonko, bro.
It's dude. It's
Like I really think it's.
I
It's
second that.
It's not even
Like,
Yonko level.
Okay,
One Piece is
the
pirate.
pirate king though.
Like, right
no,
now.
I don't know why Yonko. It's not the most powerful, but it's got that
Yonko.
Yonko, bro.
Emperor.
Like,
So yeah. So let's talk
TV's
about.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z is probably like
you know,
it's
like
probably like Roger, man.
Yeah.
Dragon
Yeah,
Ball Z is like the
yeah,
pirate king
yeah.
that died and
And
you know
everyone
set
else-
off the
Yeah.
great pirate
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Actually, we're going to
Yeah.
even get to that.
Bro.
Before we even talk about the big three, the last thing about Dragon Ball that's most important is how it defined Shonen Jump afterwards. Because everything after Dragon Ball has taken from Dragon Ball. When it
Yeah.
comes to Naruto and One Piece,
Yeah.
they've said it over and over again. Akira Toriyama was my hero. I got into manga because of these two guys, because of this guy. So, I think out of the big three, Naruto was probably the first most popular one. Naruto and
Naruto
Bleach.
was consuming, bro.
Bleach had a crazy fan base though. Like,
Yeah.
I
It
really
still
loved
does.
how it started,
Like,
but
So
it
Society.
lost me, man. Like it really lost me, and I don't know, man. But like it lost me.
XansNation, I think we watched Bleach longer than
Hey,
everyone else.
bro.
How did it fall out for you? Like, when did Bleach just become bad? Because
You
me,
know,
it was after
to be
Isaac.
honest with you, like Bleach blew the shit out of my mind.
The first time
Like,
you watched it. Yeah.
How it fell off the wagon, I'm not so sure because that shit really it just died for me, bro.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
think
forgetting.
it died at the same time it died for you because
I think you're forgetting the one major thing when it came to Bleach, which is
Ooh.
the abomination of all of them in general.
yeah.
Bleach's filler arcs were disgusting. Oh my
Annoying as
god.
fuck, bro. Like,
Right in the middle of a fight. The next episode is supposed to be a continuation of that fight. Filler.
But you
of
know we've
whole
seen
arc.
that a lot though.
Not the way Bleach used to do it.
yeah, it's
Bleach
about how
was
it's been done.
Bad.
Because like Naruto also
The
used
way-
to do that.
But in the sense
But
of
not-
like how it
Which
was-
one?
Shippuden.
Yeah, I'm thinking about one in
Bro.
Shippuden where it literally cut right in the middle of the fight to do another arc. Like, not before the fight starts, not leading into it, just right in the middle. Ichigo's about to fight Ukiura. Next episode, it's a superhero thing. And the next thing, you just don't know what's going on. It's a whole new
Bro,
story.
that's why we need to like strengthen this voice because there's a lot of things I disapprove of.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
Like,
where Boku really kills it a lot.
I really
So, obviously,
Like-
I think one of the coolest things when it comes to Bleach is I think that out of all three of them, and I fucking love One Piece's art style, it's so unique.
Mhm.
But I honestly think that Kubo, the creator of Bleach, the characters,
Is a better artist.
is a better artist. Like, they look cooler. Like,
Yeah.
everything he did Bleach wise was just cool. I mean, this guy, fucking Ichigo's Bankai, hard.
bro,
Tensa
fan art.
Zangetsu.
I think I've requested
Dude.
some fan art in this.
The
But
first
my
time I saw
favorite-
that one.
Hey.
My one highlight from Bleach
Yeah.
was probably my favorite character, and you know I didn't.
Zaraki Kenpachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And you know I
doesn't
didn't.
love Zaraki?
Kenpachi smile reminds me of more like at One Piece. Fucking
He's
my
like Kaido.
God. Ah,
He's like
but-
the Kaido
Ah,
of Bleach.
Kai, let's not even go to Kaido because Kaido's my nigga, bro.
we're going to get there. We're going to get
Because,
there. 'cause, you know,
bro.
first,
Kenpachi's whole he didn't even have a
Everything.
thing, bro.
yeah, he
Like,
didn't have a.
That's even what made him
a
more.
shikai.
Yeah, that's
Everything
even
was
what
just
made
a
him
sword.
Didn't have a Bankai.
He didn't have a bankai.
We
So
only
that,
got
that,
one
you
in the
know.
manga.
yeah, at the end.
Stupid
I
shit,
wish
bro.
I wish I was still a Bleach fan to be able
You
to see
know,
that.
To understand it, because I read the last arc or a
Was,
bit of it.
this
It
thing
wasn't
is,
fun.
There was small room like for acceptance after piffing, bro. After like ruining the shit.
I think it
wasn't forgiven, bro.
Yeah,
it
wasn't forgiven.
Because the guy literally just repeated the same thing over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Society, the one where I had to go rescue Rukia, is probably still one of the best arcs.
I really like that arc.
The Bankai,
the introduction of the characters, characters
Aizen,
like Renji,
every single thing.
Aizen's introduction, dude, when he went from Clark Kent to Superman at the end.
Snap.
I think one of my favorite parts when it comes to the anime is the whole thing of when Aizen Joe's at the end. Then Ichigo even powers up his Bankai. His theme song is even playing. He goes to swing at Aizen, and then the music just stops. Then Aizen is holding his sword. Then walks past him, and then he like cuts and spills a liter of blood, or like 7 liters. On Bleach bleed.
7 liters.
There was blood in Bleach, like over blood.
Oh, bro. Hey.
So Bleach ended 2 years ago now, and here's another Jade thing, which actually only Bleach fans are talking about.
Yeah.
You guys have seen the trailer for Jump Force, huh?
Yeah,
the new shonen game. So they showed Goku, Naruto, and Luffy. Here's the biggest question. This is Shonen Jump Force. It's going to be the game celebrating the 50th anniversary of Shonen Jump. Luffy, Naruto, why Goku? If you're looking at just the pair itself, it did. Okay,
Super.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dragon Ball is more relevant than it's ever been. But it should have been Ichigo, Luffy, and Naruto in that trailer. Scheme about it. I mean, it's the big three.
I think you're right, but do you know what I really think?
Goku's a bigger name.
Yeah, kind of, but this is why I really think the fact, like, they really put that face there.
Yeah.
Just exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Is the bigger name, and just the fact that they really, it's a marketing scheme, bro.
Yeah, it's a marketing scheme. If you're going to advertise Shonen Jump, a game, to the outside of the West, you're definitely going to put Goku in front.
And you want to sell. They like this shit, but they have to sell. And truth be told, if I was in that board meeting and it said who should be on the cover, we would all agree to like
Goku first.
The list you said. But thinking about it in terms of like, say, business-wise, I think the decision kind of falls where it fell.
Yeah, kind of does. Actually, that's the best way to actually put it.
But
I understand why Bleach fans are touched.
Yeah.
Like, I do, because it's Bleach. It was part of the big three. That was a huge thing back in the day. And did you
shout out word like, bro, Jump Force is going to be lit.
I can't wait to play that game.
Because Fighters is stolen my heart, bro.
Oof, good God.
Fighters, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy how Dragon Ball is so relevant now.
Do you know what I really like about this? What you just said. And the name of this game, they fucked shit up. It was amazing, bro.
Dude, Arc System Works are geniuses.
That's whoever picked the name, saying this should be Fighters, bro. Amazing
Fighters Z. So,
amazing shit,
before we get onto the second GAN, the big three, did you know Death Note was shonen?
He actually did.
Shonen Jump, even.
I didn't. I always thought Death Note was like a seinen.
Yeah, like on the realms of Berserk and stuff like that.
Passed that shit for like so long, bro. That has spanned a lot to do with like why I'm invested in anime, bro.
Yeah, do you remember the days when a new anime fan would come to you and be like, I want to get into anime? And then you'd be like, what would you recommend for me? Then, that's when you'd give out, like, you won't tell them Naruto or Bleach or something like that. You'd be like, Death Note, Code Geass, Tengen Toppa, like that type of shit, where Death Note was just one of the best gateway animes ever. If you want to get into anime, Death Note is just the best recommendation to start with.
That made me sign to say the dub.
Anime is crazy, yeah.
The dub was perfect, bro.
Oof, I
totally get you, man.
The dub on like thing.
I love the Death Note dub, yeah.
Oh, God, bro.
It was just too much. I wish I knew the voice actors for that.
It drew me in because I never expected like a dub to be that good.
Yeah.
Because most of the time dubs are disgusting, bro.
Yeah, but there are a few exceptions. Death Note, Hakusho, we had this conversation before.
In the longest run, I think they're not a lot.
Yeah, they're not a lot.
They're not a lot of...
True.
But when done right, hey.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how Hunter's dub is. And Okay,
I
Shonen
think
Jump
it's
has
trash. I think I've heard it.
because it's like it's about to reach the Chimera Ant arc in the English dub.
Wait, they haven't dubbed it until now.
Nope.
Bro, you know what? We
Ant
really
is just a masterpiece
we
the way
really
it is.
need like to walk around like just a remote area and just pick up a Death Note and just delete all the trashy, fucked up animes we find.
So
Like,
wait,
that's
so
impossible.
We haven't really talked One Piece, eh?
No, not yet. We're Naruto first,
Yeah.
and I think let's be quick because
Shonen
Naruto
Jump.
is still kind of relevant.
Yeah.
Like I think it's got a strong marketing voice and everything. Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, it does.
man. Okay, so yeah, the last of the big three, obviously, when it comes to rapping about shonen in that era, in terms of the way the magazine was, is obviously the greatest one of all time. That's fucking One Piece.
One Piece is a great bro.
Like it was literally it's
cannot
Dragon Ball's
replace
truest
it.
successor, in every form, every way or form.
Except it topped it off on some next shit. There's no the consistency in like how now these zones have become.
It's ridiculous.
It's reached like those great levels now, bro.
You know it. In terms
it
of
like,
One Piece,
What episode are we on? 300 and what? 800
it's
and what?
42.
842, bro.
Yeah.
And I steam it to end like at 1,000 and 1,000.
500 and something.
Yeah, I steamed this to
I
like
think there's-
400 maybe.
I
But
don't
like
even
where
know.
the manga is gone, hey,
Mm.
like I don't know. It's quite confusing right
So,
now.
We don't know if
Like,
we've hit
like,
the
if
halfway
you
point
skip-
Yeah, we do-
or the 3/4
like,
point.
I feel like we
Think
could
about
be
this shit.
3/4 in because Oda
yeah.
says he has another good 5 years
7 years.
of like
Writing.
writing One Piece. So then that means we could be 3/4 in because we're already 20 years in. And if he has another 7 years, then that's like
Bro,
27.
that track record, it's very hard to defeat that shit, bro.
It is
Staying lit
insane.
and relevant for that long.
It is
yeah,
actually
how do you
mad.
do that, man?
No,
Like,
'Cause you know-
you scheme that whole planning before.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he
anything,
knows-
you must-
Everything about what he's doing right now.
yeah, that's
But
true.
Round it up. We'll keep this in 2 episodes. So like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
the
This
next
is going to
episode
be
also
a
gets-
2-parter because we have a lot to talk about when it comes to just Shonen Jump.
Yeah, and we're going to
its long
start with
history.
One Piece because like I want to talk about my theory relating One Piece and like hip hop.
All right.
Oh,
so
yeah,
sign
that's a
out.
dope
We
one.
sign it out with the One Piece.
One
One
Piece.
Piece.
Boom.